Alright people, let me take you to my little gym that I've kind of set up now. So here is the little setup. What is good people? Right now what we're going to do is talk about what to do now the gyms are closed and how to potentially maintain your gains, and just my thoughts on what I'm going to personally do and what I recommend for you guys, which is slightly different because I've got different facilities available at my house, as those of you that may follow me on Instagram know. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into the video and cover this topic. First off, I hope that you and your loved ones are all good and everything's okay. Anyways, in regards to not being able to go to the gym due to, you know, what's going on right now, firstly, what I would say is for those of you that's super stressing about it, I would take a step back. The gyms are now closed in most places. That's off the table, so there's nothing you can do. Like stressing about not being able to go to the gym, thinking about what you could have done is not going to help. What you should do is try and be proactive now. So obviously what you can do is start doing home workout routines. Obviously it's not going to be as good as in the gym, but it's better than nothing. If you have dumbbells, that'd be great. If you don't, I would consider purchasing some if you could. Just because adding resistance is going to be a lot better than if you just did home workout routines with your body weight, especially if you're someone that's used to lifting a lot of weight. If you're just thinking about like being active in general, not about building muscle, then a home workout routine that's HIIT based, that allows you to still burn calories and be somewhat active, it's still going to be a very good thing. It's better than you doing nothing and becoming a couch potato while sitting in your house. In regards to how to not fall completely off track, the best place to start with would be your diet. So for those of you that you're working from home, you're going to probably find that you're going to eat a little bit more than you typically would just because you're in the house. I found last week when I worked from home a couple of days, I definitely ate at least, I'd say a quarter more than I typically would in a day. Whereas when you're at work, you're like 8-9 hours, not in your house, you haven't got access to as much food, you don't eat as much. So what I would do is personally, if you're one of those people that are prone to like snack and eat more, I would almost do what I would do when I'm cutting, which is find a whole bunch of low calorie snacks like the jellies, the rice cakes, the low calorie popcorns, just things that you will eat and not gain too much calories. And then you can still eat your typical dinner, lunch and breakfast meals, and then throughout the rest of the day you're having low calorie snacks. If you're gonna eat, make sure you're not eating super high calorie foods, because then you're gonna start gaining weight and push yourself into a calorie surplus if you're not trying to be one. For those of you that already are in a calorie surplus because you're bulking, if it was me personally, I wouldn't continue bulking at this point, just because if you're not getting in the gym, working as hard as you typically would, and you're also going to be less active in general, there's no reason to be bulking at this point, especially if your food may be a bit of an issue, so there's not as much food as you typically would have. You feel kind of like a dickhead if you're eating your mom and dad or whoever you're living with out of house and home because you're eating in excess for vanity at this point, because bulking, let's be real, it is for vanity. It's because you want to look better and grow bigger. Personally, at this point, if it was me and I was bulking, I would probably drop down to maintenance and just eat what it takes to maintain your weight. And then when you get back into actually training properly, go back into surplus. But overall, what I'd like to stress is that you shouldn't be stressing, because a lot of people message me on Instagram really worried and panicking about not being able to go to the gym and what are they going to do now. And I said to them, you just got to relax and not think of it that much. Like a lot of them were saying to me, what are you going to do, TJ? Are you still going to train this much? Are you still going to train that much? And honestly, I didn't really think that much about it. At the end of the day, I train because it's a hobby. It's something I enjoy. I don't make it become a stress. The best way to think of it is that, yes, for the short term period, you may potentially get weaker or you may not look as lean as you typically would. But in a year from now, God forbid that like all this stuff passes over and it's all cool, it's not even going to matter. Like a year from now, like taking a month off the gym or even 2 months, or even worst case scenario 3 months off the gym, potentially won't have a massive impact, because especially if you're someone that already has the gains, to get you back ain't gonna take that long. It's the same as when you go on holiday for a month or a few. By the time you get back into the gym and start training, lifting weights, the muscle that you previously had will come back pretty quick. I know for a lot of you that are beginners, you really feel like, oh, I just started and now it's a setback. Yeah, potentially, maybe, but in a year from now, it may not be like a big deal. And what you should also think is that there's much bigger things that's important right now than you simply lifting dumbbells. And that's coming from me, that someone that really does like going to the gym and training. I just don't stress things like this. And I just don't think that you should be one of those people that make it consume your whole life. And at a time like this, when people potentially get ill, you're there worrying about because you can't lift a dumbbell. You have to put your brain into perspective right now and think that there's things that's much more important. That's just privilege, that's gym privilege. You're basically worried more about the gym than potentially being, you know, healthy and safe. So I wouldn't let that go into your head too much, but that's just my thoughts on it. Now in regards to me now, I'll potentially do like upper body, lower body routine, just because that will allow me then to still retain. I'm not gonna be in my home gym trying to, like, you know, gain crazy amounts of mass or trying to get crazy big. I'm gonna take you to the gym right now and show you my little setup. I've actually cleaned it out today. All right, people, let me take you to my little gym. So here is the little setup. I've cleaned out the room because if you follow me on Instagram literally even an hour ago, it was a complete shambles. So I've took the bench out, I've got rid of all the boxes that was in here, I've took out some of the dumbbells. Obviously, you guys should know that I bought a treadmill about 2 months ago just because I wanted one in general. And I've been using that virtually every day. It was the dumbbell area that I haven't been using. But now that the gym is officially closed in the UK, I thought, well, I might as well just dust it all off and make it look a lot better. Yeah, my biggest advice really is just be active. I'm not going to be telling you guys to be cutting, bulking or whatever, whether that means walking more or doing a little bit more HIIT workouts in your house or potentially buying dumbbells, doing a nice little routine, whatever it takes for you to still be mobile. You don't want to become a couch potato sitting in your house just constantly eating, because that's not going to be healthy in general, period. Forget about even aesthetics and looking good. Just sitting on a sofa like a caged hen, eating isn't healthy. You know, you should be free range people right now and still moving around and doing stuff. Be active. So in conclusion, try not to stress anything, like I've said 50,000 times. Work out as and when you can. Stay active, stay safe, stay potentially getting gains if you manage to have dumbbells in your house, and that's more or less it. Do you have anything else to say? I can see you in the background scoring. You got any advice for people out here?
Stay safe.
You stay safe. You got any, what's your thoughts on the, I can't even say it, I still can't to this day say it properly. Coronavirus? Coronavirus. What's your thoughts? I shouldn't even say it because YouTube might block it. But you have any thoughts on it, Bam? She hates when I mention it.
Okay.
Fuck it or fuck me?
Fuck it.
Okay, fuck Canora, fuck COVID. But yeah, man, everyone just stay safe. Don't sneeze in people's faces. Oh, let me just tell you quickly about the dickhead in the gym yesterday. Basically, the very last day in the UK, right, the gym's closed. There was this complete dickhead in the gym. Yeah, I can call him a dickhead because it was a dickhead move. When everyone's like being very clean, the gym's put all these antibacterial shits everywhere and wipes. This idiot decided to do his photo shoot, right? So we had his cameraman come with all the lights and stuff, which was fine. But it was when he started baby oil on his stomach and touching the ropes and shit without gloves. Absolute dickhead. And I was just so baffled that he didn't get kicked out, because when I saw that happen, I was like, alright, I'm gone.
Is that not the same as anyone who sweats and then touches stuff?
Well, most people in the gym was being very clean and they're using the wipes after they used it. But from when you're rubbing your gut, your whole body, then touching the rope specifically.
What about someone that's sweating and they do the same thing and they're not wearing any gloves?
But I'm saying that he's taking the extra step. Like, if he was training normally and sweat and then touch stuff, fair enough. But why would you then take off your top like a complete dickhead?
Is that not what you do?
I'm not doing it when it's COVID times. My whole complaint isn't because he went topless in the gym, because I've done that in the gym. It was the fact that during these times when everyone's cleaning everything they're doing, especially after every set, a dickhead takes off his top, pulls out baby oil, rubs his chest, touches the machines with no gloves, and you're comparing that to me being just normal topless.
No, I'm saying, is that just not the same as somebody who's sweating, touches themselves? Or
I'm saying that you're doing more. This guy is basically scooping up sweat. But yeah, you just made the video an extra 5 minutes longer than it's meant to be. I'm gonna keep it. But anyways, hope you're enjoying this new fresh camera. Hope the gains come through a lot better on this one and the other Pixelate one. And I hope you enjoy this 20-minute video thanks to Kareem.
You can't crop it out.
No. I'm leaving it raw now.
Why are you not gonna crop it out?
One, because it was funny, and two, someone said to me, because of like a lot of people being indoors, the longer the footage will be more interesting. But yeah, so anyways, she just coughed. Did she just cough? Have you coughed before today?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna have to exit Kareem out of the building. Anyways, people, stay getting gains. If you made this fun video, hashtag screw Connie and or ab dickhead. What sounds better, abs dickhead or screw Connie? Screw Connie. Peace out, people. I'm gone. I'm gonna edit this video and you guys will see it on Sunday, aka tomorrow. Deuces, people. Stay getting gains, like I've said 50,000 times. Me gone.